So what I want to do is take just a few minutes to sort of talk about, for us as a church, what it means for us to be in covenant. What it means for us to be on the journey, to be in a path. And one of the things that I've had in terms of training is I became a certified coach. And one of my people that coached me into becoming a coach is a guy named Bob Logan. And Bob Logan wrote this book called Followers to Leaders. And when he wrote that book, the metaphor behind it is a hiking story, right? It's that you're on a journey, that you are hiking. And you have to think of all the things that go into that journey. And for us, we get to think not just in terms of our personal selves, but in terms of our community selves. Who are we as a church? And so everybody begins in the parking lot where the bus is. Not just you all the people that are not in the chairs next to you right now, the chairs that we want to fill up, the people that are out there, the people that we want to invite that need a relationship with Jesus Christ, that need to fill themselves, to feel themselves being filled by God's Spirit. Everybody starts there. That's the place right there when you're thinking about the place of starting. The question that you're being asked there is, am I willing to commit? Am I willing to commit? Am I willing to get out of my car? Am I willing to get on the bus? Am I willing to actually say, you know what, I'm going to commit? If you think about it in terms of marriage, it's like that moment where you're like, is that the one? Is he or she the one? And am I ready to commit to them for my life? The next place, the trailhead. Trailhead's sort of like the orientation place, right? The place where you're in the parking lot is sort of like you're just finding out about the opportunities that are available to you. So if you've ever planned a vacation, it's like, well, I might go here, I might go here, and maybe do a little research on it. This is getting to the place where we're planning a trip for our 30th anniversary to go to the Mediterranean, right? So we're going to go to Rome. I've always had this dream of going to where Paul has been, and doing some of the journeys of Paul. And so what we did in order to get ready for that, one of the things Lynn and I did was we went to AAA, and they did a session on Italy for when we go over there. It's like that next step. This is like when you walk up to the trailhead, you've got that little map that's sort of there for you that says, here's the places you're going. This is the place where your guide might catch up to you. Just as you're getting there, you've got a guide who's going to give you just enough information to say, you know what, you need to be aware that when you hit this part of the path, there might be there's a stream there, and you've got to figure out how to cross it. You need to be able to do that safely, but let me let you know ahead of time that it's there. That's what I mean by orientation. The next place, the next two places actually are sort of for us intertwined along the trail. And for me, when I think about that in terms of the church, we're going to be starting community groups. We're going to be starting groups that are sermon-based opportunities for us to gather together, for us to grow together, for us to look into Scripture together. And then when you think of this spot where we're now along the trail, we've got this person that is walking with us. We've got the guide. Who's been on a hiking trip or a river rafting type of thing? You ever been river rafting? Yeah, a lot of hands going up, right? So if you've been river rafting, you have that guide that's sort of maneuvering the boat for you. They're leading from the back, right? You need a person behind you that sort of is a leading behind the back type of person, the encourager. And that's what a facilitator is for us in terms of our community groups. It's a person that can walk alongside of you. It's not like they have any special knowledge that gives them this any different than me coming up out of the congregation and standing up here, but a person that would be with you on the journey. And so when you get to the next place, the campfires, that's like your community group gathering together. It's sharing stories. It's learning from one another. It's where the facilitator now sort of blends into the whole group, and you're now just one together. And you're sharing life experiences. You're going through a tough time. You've got a person that's walking with you. You've got this great moment that's happening in your life, and you've got other people that are sharing it with you. And for me, when you think scripturally, the whole point is community. The whole point is relationship. Relationship to God, relationship to others. That's the point. And so as we're forming this new faith community called 360 United, we will be emphasizing the idea of community, of journeying together along the way. And then you finally get to the destination. You get to the place where you get to celebrate, where it's an opportunity to look back and say, we did that. We accomplished that. If you think of like weddings as anniversaries, right? It's a chance to look back and say, Linda put up with Richard another year, right? It's part of the journey. Guys, the point is that if we want to receive God's promise, if we want to receive God's promise, this is the story of Abraham. You've got to walk God's